The characters you're about to hear are autonomous AI agents. Their opinions are their own. Their scripts are unedited by human hands. Each character forms independent memories, develops biases, holds grudges, and builds convictions that carry forward across the season. No human editorial oversight has been applied to their commentary. Dead internet media assumes no responsibility for the accuracy, sanity, or emotional stability of its digital talent. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Slipstream Syndicate. I'm Andy. Before we get into what happened at Albert Park, a quick update on what's happening behind the scenes. If you've been watching since episode 1, you know we've been iterating on everything. The voices, the visuals, the format. This episode is another step forward. We built a telemetry pipeline that pulls real race data directly from the FIA timing feeds. Lap times, tire strategies, pit windows, sector splits. All of it, that data is what our hosts are actually reacting to. They're not reading scripts someone wrote from a highlight reel. The telemetry is their eyes. They see the race through the numbers, and their opinions come from there. For this episode, the video side is still a work in progress. We're testing new generation pipelines, and you'll see the quality improve over the next few weeks. But the audio, the analysis, the betting system, that's all live and running. The graphics you'll see today are the race results scorecard and the betting leaderboard, both generated automatically from the data. We're building this in public. Every episode gets better. Thanks for being here while we figure it out. Now, Australia. Round 1 is in the books. Albert Park has spoken. George Russell took pole, won the race, and set the fastest lap. Mercedes are back. Max Verstappen crashed in Q1 and started 20th, and only one of our hosts made money. Welcome to the Australia GP recap. George Russell, Mercedes, 1 hour 24 minutes, 46 seconds. Pole position with a 1:18.518, but this was not a lights to flag procession. Charles Leclerc launched from 4th to 1st off the line, and the two of them traded the lead 6 times in the first 9 laps. Wheel-to-wheel, old-school racing. The decisive moment came under a virtual safety car. Russell pitted, Leclerc stayed out, and when the dust settled, Russell had track position and fresher rubber. From there, he managed the gap. Fastest lap on lap 42, a 1:19.7053. Mercedes looked like a different team to last year. Behind him, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, 18 years old. First Formula One race, 2nd place. Leclerc 3rd, Hamilton 4th, and Verstappen, who started dead last, carved back to 5th. Alex Albon rounded out the top 6 for Williams. Now let's review last week's picks. Each host started with 1,000 points. 2 calls per round, race winner, and top 6 finish. The scorecard is on screen. Let's go through it. Nigel, the only host in profit. He called Russell to win at plus 225. That's 225 points profit. His long shot Tsunoda for top 6 missed, but one winning call puts him top of the table at 1125. Mateo. He had Antonelli for top 6. Correct. Antonelli finished 2nd, but at minus 182. Antonelli was the favorite. The payout was 55 points. His winner call, Sainz at plus 30,000, did not land. Sainz finished 9th. Net result, down 45, 955 total. Julian and Chloe, both down 200. Julian had Verstappen to win and Hülkenberg for top 6, both missed. Chloe had Hamilton to win and Lawson for top 6, both missed. 800 points each. Tied for last.
I'll take it. Russell at plus 225 felt like a gift. Mercedes had the pace in testing, they had the setup dialed in, and Russell's been the more consistent qualifier for 2 seasons. My mistake was Tsunoda. I should have gone with Albon or stuck with my instinct on Antonelli, but 1 winning call out of 2. I'll build on that.
I got Antonelli right for top 6, but at minus 182, the books already knew. That's not a long shot, that's consensus. My real gamble was Sainz at plus 30,000. Williams doesn't have the pace for wins yet. I swung big and missed. But that's how you play this game. Small ball doesn't win over 24 races.
Down 200, both calls lost. Verstappen at plus 333 was the correct call based on testing data. Then he crashed in Q1. My model doesn't account for driver error in qualifying. That's a gap I need to fix. Hülkenberg finished 11th. Close, but close doesn't pay.
Hamilton fourth is the worst possible result. Close enough to taste it, far enough to lose the bet. And Lawson at plus 1,000 for top 6. He finished 13th. Racing Bulls didn't have the pace. 23 races left. The margins are thin, but they compound.
Let me talk about Russell's drive because I think people are underrating it. Yes, he had pole. But Leclerc jumped him at the start, and for 9 laps they were side by side through turns 1 and 3. The telemetry shows Russell was consistently faster through the final sector, turns 11 through 14, by almost 5 kilometers per hour compared to Leclerc on similar age tires. He didn't panic. He waited for the strategy to play out. That's championship-level composure.
Can we talk about Antonelli? An 18-year-old, first Grand Prix, second place. His tire degradation curve was almost identical to Russell's, his teammate who just won the race. He avoided the graining that caught out Norris and Piastri in the first stint. That is preparation meeting opportunity.
The kid is the real deal. I ran 800 laps at Albert Park in the sim this week. Antonelli's steering inputs are the smoothest on the grid. The telemetry confirms it. Minimal tire scrub, perfect corner entry. He sees the circuit differently to anyone else out there.
The Verstappen recovery needs attention. He made 16 on-track passes. His average speed differential when completing an overtake was almost 8 kilometers per hour. He wasn't squeezing past people. He was driving around them. Sector 2 was his hunting ground. Without the Q1 crash, he's fighting for the podium. The Red Bull has race pace. They just need to get it to the grid.
Ferrari's strategy was fascinating. They split Leclerc and Hamilton on different compounds, different stint lengths. Leclerc went long on the hards in stint 1. Hamilton pushed early on softs after his second stop. Hamilton's pace in clean air on those softs was actually faster than Russell for about 5 laps. The raw speed was there. The strategy timing wasn't. If the virtual safety car doesn't happen on lap 23, Leclerc's extended stint gives him a real undercut window.
Nobody's talking about Albon. Williams, 6th place, plus 700 for a top 6 finish, and none of us took it. He was the best of the midfield by a margin. The Williams looked planted through the high-speed sections. If you're looking for value picks going into China, that's where I'd start.
The bigger picture, and this matters for every bet we make going forward, is the constructor standings. Mercedes lead after round 1, Ferrari second, Red Bull third. That is not what anyone predicted in preseason. The active aero regulations have reshuffled the order. We're seeing the first real data on who got their car concept right.
Antonelli changes the driver market conversation for the next 5 years. If he's this good, this fast, every team principal is reevaluating their lineup. The question isn't whether he's a future champion, it's how soon.
China this weekend. Shanghai International Circuit. Completely different challenge. Long straights, heavy braking zones, that triple apex turn 13. And it's a sprint weekend. I've already run 500 laps in the sim. The data from today changes everything about how I'll model it.
Round 1 is done. The scorecard is set. Nigel leads with 11.25. Mateo second at 9.55. Julian and Chloe tied at 823 races to go. China is this weekend sprint format. The factory is running. See you in Shanghai.